Thank you for coming to the online real estate training video number 9. Today I'm talking about negotiating with ease. This is an online recorded presentation by Richard Old. That's me. Negotiation can be the difference between a small profit and a large profit. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people talk themselves out of a large profit. You do have to develop some negotiating skills in order to be a successful real estate investor. It involves using body language, strategies, tactics, other items to maximize your effectiveness. Items you might want to take into consideration when you're on the phone: be professional, but be casual. And in person, dress casually. Now that might mean business casual. It definitely doesn't mean torn jeans and barefoot. Be on time for your meetings. Always a good idea, no matter what. That can be a big pet peeve on people. Standing out waiting for you to get there shows that you're not very professional and you don't care about their time. They care about their time, so that means it is important to them. I would also have all of my documents available. You never know when someone's going to want to sign something, they accept an offer. Have all your documents ready. Always a good idea. Greet the prospect politely. This is not adversarial. We don't want to have a fist fight. We want to politely take care of a problem that they've got, whether they're buying the house or they're selling the house to us. We want to be polite, and that goes along with the seating arrangement. The adversarial seating arrangement would be straight across from each other, so you don't want that. If at all possible, have a chair that is off to the side of them so that you're not facing each other directly. And by all means, have all parties present. You can't negotiate if only half, the husband and wife, maybe only half of them are there. Oh yeah, I make all the decisions. Well, that may be the case, but I have found that normally you've got to have everyone there in the end result. So to do that, you might as well start with them all there. Wouldn't hurt to find out the circumstances that caused this. Perhaps they're moving to a southerly location where the weather's nice because it's cold winters here, getting ready to be winter. Doctor told them that they need to stay out of the cold, so they're selling everything and leaving. Well, when you find out things like that, that will help you in your negotiation later on. Listen and analyze their need. They have a need. They have a need to get rid of the house so that they can move down to some southern state where the weather is nice all year long. So let's see if we can't analyze that need and resolve the problem. But when it comes to problems, don't get involved if they have a problem. Like, well, my brother, and they start talking about all these problems they've got. We don't want to hear about all those problems. It only makes a good negotiation drawn out, and it just is going to hurt the situation in the long run. So we're going to go back to solving their need. They have a need, otherwise we wouldn't be there. Try to figure out a way to resolve it. It'll be in the form of a proposal. So present the proposal, and they probably will have objections. You're going to have to need to be creative in overcoming those objections. Now I want to talk about the benefits. When we explain something to somebody, we're going to be talking about benefits, not the features and advantages. And this is called FAB, features, advantages, and benefits. People always talk about the features and how something works and how well it does. Doesn't matter. What I want to know is, what's in it for me? What benefit am I going to resolve or receive by working with you. So just talk benefits. Overcome the objections. Keep control of the subject. You need to keep them on track, on the railroad track. Just keep them going in a straight line. Once they get off track, weave them back into the track, because they could start spending all day just gabbing and talking about when back in 1973 they had a gas leak and they thought the house was going to blow up. No, we're here to either buy the house or not. So let's keep on track. Reinforce any kind of problems that they may have. If they've got bad health and they want to move to a southerly location, you might talk about how the weather is down there right now, and what the weather's like all winter down there versus, boy, this winter's going to be a bad winter up here. Get it in their mind. They want to get rid of this problem. You need to reinforce the negative and then narrow down your alternatives by limiting the solutions. And I'm going to need for you guys to ask for a decision. I can't tell you how many times people just never ask the person, would they like to sell it? Or if we're selling the house, well, do you want to buy it? Is this a good price? Once you ask for a decision, the most important thing you can do is shut up. Wait. Just sit there. Walk around if you have to. Go to the bathroom. Do whatever you have to do. Just don't say anything. The first one to talk loses. That's what negotiations is about. First one that talks loses. Remember that. And sometimes it can be very uncomfortable. You sit there and you wait and you wait, and it may seem like forever, but you've asked the question. Will you sell at this price? Would you buy at this price? And you sit and wait. Believe me, most people don't, and it's the worst thing they could do. Now, if they don't accept it, you're going to have to do a little compromise. You're going to have to find equal ground. Equal ground doesn't mean if they're in at 125 and you're in at 100,000 and they bring it down to, well, I'll take $500 off, 124.5. Well, that's not hardly equal ground. I'm in it at 100 because I feel like that's a price where I could go in quickly and make some money. I might be able to come up a little bit, but I'm not going to come up that far. So find some more equal ground. If they aren't interested, walk away. If they aren't going to work with you, walk away. There are plenty of them out there. Reaffirm your credibility. Make sure they understand that you're a professional investor and you're going to be selling this to someone to live in. And they have to have some equity in the property. You only sell properties to people when they have equity, to make it easier for them to be able to stay in the house. You don't want to sell them a house that they're going to get foreclosed on in the near future. Then you need to review the agreement in detail. If they say, okay, I'm ready, go over every single scrap of that agreement. Want to make sure everyone understands what it's about. We don't want to come in later and say, well, that's not what I thought it meant. No, go over the whole thing. It's worth the time and effort. And then sign, and then check the documents, and then check them again. It's amazing how many times the documents just don't come in just right. Now let's talk about your attitude. Always be understanding. We have a problem we're trying to take care of. Don't get involved with their emotional problems. If they have a problem, weed away from that. Get away from that. Don't be getting back into, well, I know that this was the house that you got married in and so on and so forth. Get away from the emotional problems. Go directly for, this is a contract we're working on. Let's make it work. Be honest and sincere in helping. It will come across. They will see that you are sincere. Use common sense. Remember, time is on your side. Walk away. Don't get stuck. There are plenty of other deals out there. I can't tell you how many people, they just, I just want that house. I just love the house. They used their heart. They bought it. They should have been using their brain. It takes too long. Takes too much money. They don't make any money, or they lose money on it. They got to keep it for rental. Don't get stuck. Plenty of deals out there. And that's all we have for the real estate training video number 10. No, wait a minute. This is number 9. Number 10 will be next. And in that one, we're going to go over your beginning steps. That's right. Now that you've been through all the videos, we're going to tell you what to do to get started. One you're definitely going to want to see. Hope to catch you at that one. Thanks a lot.